Welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. I'm your host, Colors Fade. This is episode 23, Bandit Camp Part 2. We've cleared a big chunk of the map, but the Bandit Camp proper is apparently up here in the upper right-hand portion of the map. There's still a bunch of the map to actually clear, but the key important part is we're here at the Bandit Camp itself. There's a cave over here, and most of my team
you have but to ask
is at present low on hit point. I've lost, I think, I've used most of my healing spells. So I wanted to clear out some of the additional hobgoblins here and see if we can find ourselves a place to rest.
You're a queer fellow. This way.
And for the moment, I will not rule out the very real possibility of going back to town to dump off all our loot.
you have but to ask.
Got more of these huts here. Empty container. Might go in here and see if there's anybody in here before we continue. We may be able to just rest inside the hut. Yep, we got one.
Spare no one!
Oh, I can't get my
What is
guy.
it this time? You have but to ask.
There we go. Get him around on the backside where he can do some damage.
Yes?
There are several containers in
What
each
you
one
want?
of
I am
these
gone.
little huts. Some of them are locked, and I don't have a viable thief at the moment because we dual classed Emily. So things like this chest over here she can't get open. Our thieving skills are 4 naught, so I'm gonna see if we can rest here. You cannot rest here. Either find an inn or rest outside. Well, alrighty then.
How may I be? It shall be as you
We'll
wish.
rest outside.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I think resting near this bandit camp is probably a bad idea. So I'm going to move a little ways away into the edge of the border. We'll give everyone a rest. Memorize spells. It's dark and we're back to full health for everybody except MON. Bunch of these little containers. I have to see who actually has the most room to carry stuff now. Brandon has a bunch of room still.
By 10, 'tis a fine day to die.
Nothing in there. These potions are fun. If you noticed, I've used
What is it this time?
almost no potions
It
throughout
shall
the
be
game.
as you
I tend
wish.
to save those for actually getting to Baldur's Gate. Minsky took one. Right there in
Yes?
the chops.
It shall be as you wish.
There we go.
What is your command? 'Tis a fine day to die.
We follow the righteous path, the path of hell.
Good
How may I be?
players
You
in
have
my
but to ask.
Hello?
really
By
like being good.
Valkur's mighty blade.
This is one of those places I'm going to want to come back and loot after Imoen gets all
What
her
is it
thieving
this time?
skills
I
back.
shall attend to it in a trice. You have but to ask.
Alright, let's go see what's in this cave. I can't remember exactly what's in here. I want to say there's somebody we can rescue, but I might be wrong. Oh. You come to mock Garklax. Garklax clan been in cave long enough. Let us out now or die. Why are you here anyway? We in here because of trouble we caused in camp. Big brawl 2 nights back. You should know that. Unless you not Black Talon, you not smell right, you die. Well, that's fine. You guys can say that.
By Temper's shield!
A good thing here would be for her to cast a spell.
They called?
Oh, she's way in the back. Okay. I don't know if I can get her close enough to make a real difference here with her spells. Oh, that's such an awesome spell. Okay, switch to ranged unit. Oh my goodness. The gnolls are getting hard.
Yes? You have but to ask.
What
Carnage.
is your command? 'Tis a fine day to die.
Oh, there's more of them over here. I'm sending a Brando off to collect loot. There's people still fighting.
Whatever they need, as well as I can.
Hello? 'Tis a fine day to die.
I really wish right about now I had a gem bag. But we don't. Alright, what else
How
is
may I be? You have but to ask.
there? Is little bats. There's no loot. No loot in here, no visible containers. Just swords and halberds. Alright, so there were a bunch of gnolls in there.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Alright, back to camp proper. You can see those are the outlying areas. Try to creep up here. Oh gosh. Ah!
What is it this time?
Me. You take him out?
Cool one, sir.
My honor is my life.
By Tempershire Valkor's
Yep.
mighty blade.
Shoot.
They wish my
Lady,
ears.
shoot those long ones. Oh, and here is Targaz Kozan. Didn't I kill this guy already?
What is your
Brando.
command?
Lock him down if you can.
They called?
And you make him miss.
You feel.
There we go. Now he's held. Minsk is getting his butt kicked. Oh, Branwyn,
Hello?
go heal Minsk.
Whatever they need.
Finish this guy. Alright.
Yes?
Hey, well, who do we have here? Some guy we forgot about. Hey, you like that electricity?
It shall be as you wish.
By Tempus. If Tempus wills it.
More collecting of goods. Don't trigger any more dudes.
How may I be?
Ready.
You have but to ask.
What is your command? By Valkor's mighty blade.
Oh, goodness. What do we got up here? We're at 10 bandit scouts, so we can't grab any more. At least put some rings in places.
You point, full plate,
pick this up.
and packing steel.
Oh, very nice. Very nice for Minsk. What is this thing here? There's Mary. Who else has room? Not a lot of room there. Oh, bandit scalps though. What are all these things? Transigs. Oh, Transigs letters. I don't really care about those. I don't need them. I should just drop them, but will they go in? Oh, potion case. Jeez, I'm an idiot. This whole time I've had this potion case. Alright. Everyone give your potions to me. Little inventory management going on again. This full plate armor is going to drop Minsk down to -3, which is great. Ajantis can wear this and it'll drop him down to a 2. So that's super duper. I am going to continue to put potions in the potions container. Minsk is now overburdened with all of these other things. So I'm going to have to give some to me. There's a big shield here that needs to be identified. A big warhammer that needs to be identified. I believe... Oh, he doesn't have the shield. I think I must have loaded a wrong save or something. I thought we previously got this stuff. Medium shield +1. Because, yeah, I'm supposed to get this armor. We've already done all this. How bizarre. Okay. Ajantis, you're getting this back. Minsk is getting this back. I am getting really nice armor. Somewhere in here I messed up with the save. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Potions are full. Alright. I can save a lot of room here, though, by dealing with these potions. Alright, what else do we have? Brandon's got some potions. And at some point in time, inventory management is already horrible enough to watch in a YouTube video. At some point now I'm going to go through here and I'll deal with all these potions myself and get some of them in the hands of some of my people. So here's a medium shield +1. That can go to Ajantis and it will drop him down slightly in armor class. That's an improvement for him. Lots of potions. And she has no more potions. She has a couple. I don't think I have any more identifies. I can't, so I can't identify that warhammer. I'm pretty sure it's just a warhammer +1 though. And are we done with all of the potion giving now? Yep. Open the container. I can go through and see there's some really cool stuff like this. Potion of invulnerability, armor class set to 0, saving throws +5. I tend to save all this stuff for big boss fights, but what we actually have is a big boss fight coming up. Still gonna try and get through it without anything.
What is it this
happening
time?
here.
Hello?
Not using any potions.
Yes?
Helm.
Give me strength.
How may I be of assistance? It shall be as you wish.
I'm not sure that resting in the bandit camp again is a good idea. It might be better to go to an edge somewhere. Quick save. Kind of wander through this forest a little bit. There's a big, huge bandit house. That we haven't taken a look at yet. Situate everybody over here. You can see on the map, it's up here. I have this whole area down here still to clear, but I'm not even sure there's anything on there. I just want to rest, recoup my spells. Yikes.
What is it this you have but to ask?
Ajantis.
As you will.
Oh, Ajantis is mine.
For the glory of Helm!
What is your Tis a fine day to die.
And
Let's
I've got
start
that guy.
kicking
You
for
go over here and get
goodness.
him.
I care not. They wish my ear.
My honor is my life.
Hello, if Tempus wills it.
Oh gosh, you gotta love it when that happens.
Yes, I shall attend to it in a trice.
Get him. Everybody take him down. Alright,
How may I be of assistance?
ready to enter the big bandit camp. I need to loot everything first.
By Tempus shield! If Tempus
Everyone,
wills
I should
it.
say. I was hoping that Imoen would have her thieving skills
What is
back
it this time? You have but to ask.
by the time we got here because there are a ton of containers. But she doesn't. So there's a bunch of stuff we can't open. And I think there's actually some pretty decent loot to be had in certain places. I'm going to clear the rest of this map up here. Before we go into the big house proper. Alright. That's done. Flies buzzing. See, there's 2 chests down here. There's 3 chests. If I recall, there's actually some decent loot. Each of these. Emma is
You're a
unfortunately
queer
too
fellow.
far away. She's thief level 5. We have a long ways to go as a
Yes?
mage before she can unlock that stuff. So it's
I shall
one of those
attend to
things
it in
we'll
a
just have to
trice.
come back and loot it later.
How may I be of assistance?
Helm, yeah!
Ready to go in.
What is it this time?
Oh, let's see.
What
I'm
is your
gonna
command?
cast Bless now.
Yes? You have
Now
but to
go in.
ask.
Sorry, friend, but you've got a
I
date.
don't care who you are. No one is to enter Tazok's tent under penalty of death. Come at me. We're here under Tazok's own instructions. He requested that we retrieve his files and documents and deliver to them as soon as possible. Your petty lies are wasted on me. Like under Scythe, you've crossed the Iron Throne for the last time. So,
How may I be of assistance?
get him,
They're called.
kill him.
What you want?
What does she have? She has Charm
Yep.
Person. I'm just gonna have her fire magic. Listen to that guy.
Hello?
Branwyn, what do we want to cast here? Anything? Oh, I don't think she can get silence off in time to silence him, but we're gonna try.
By Helm! Cool one, son.
My honor is my
Alright.
Whatever they need.
Try something else. Get this guy. What's the spell up? Oh, we silenced a bunch of our own guys. We should have been a little. Get him. Yeah, get him. There you go.
They wish my ear.
Gotta kill the spellcaster. There you go. Oh yeah. People falling right and left. Don't. Dine here.
They're called.
Don't die. Someone made a level. Get him. Protect Dine here. Oh my goodness, my attack rolls are really bad. Look at that. Attack roll 2, attack roll 3, attack roll 5. It's Dungeons and Dragons, man. Rolling low
By
numbers.
Tempus shield! Vita, more.
We made a level, which is really
Thank
nice.
you for your kind words.
I'm gonna level her up. Get her to a level 4 mage. No additional proficiencies, no additional thief skills. Thaco reduced, she gets additional mage spells 1 and 2. So, what does she get? She gets another spell here we can use. Color spray, chromatic orb, grease. Grease is kind of great. You must save versus spell at +2, or slip and slide unable to move effectively. It's kind of a good one. Sleep, though, that's one I really, really like. I'm going to use sleep, and I don't think web is terribly useful right now. I'm going to go with Stinking Cloud and Melf's Acid Arrow. It's always a nice little damage dealer to have.
What is your command? If Tempus wills it.
Brandon, what do we got here? No magical stuff on him. We got a robe. Mage robe of fire resistance. Which Dynahair can have. Oh, I like that. That's a really nice spell. I believe that was Dire Charm. Let me look here. Yep. Spell Thrust. This is a great spell. When the spell is cast at a target creature, it will dispel all the spell protections of 5th level or lower. And it's a level 3 spell. This is the kind of spell you need. Oh, and the other one was Blindness. Victim is blinded, receives a -4 penalty to his attack rolls and armor class. So those are nice spells. Blindness. Can Dynahair memorize that? Oh, either that or she already has it. Or I had it in the wrong character. Yeah, I had it here. I'm an idiot. Blindness to the backpack. Done. To the backpack. Give it to Dynahair. Oh, her inventory's full. That's a spell I'd like her to have. Yeah, she's gonna write that magic. What else do we have going on here? Oh, these darts. I'm gonna have her start using some darts. Alright. Flies buzzing around. And he's got a really nice bow. This is great. This longbow is really nice. Some kind of composite longbow, I think. MON can identify it. So the dead shot +2. Really nice. Longbow marksmanship, the dead shot driven by years of rivalry. The Dukes Espandelian and Delthuntel decided to organize a private contest and would proclaim the better archer between them. Both boasted the power of their magical bows, but that wasn't enough for Edwald d'Este, Duke of Spandelian. He arranged for the theft of his opponent's bow, and on the day of the contest he couldn't help gloat in his advantage. The Duke of Delthuntel, known only as Raymond, demanded a demonstration of Edwald's skill on a scarecrow that he had placed. Edwald d'Este drew his longbow and released the arrow with determination, not stopping to think how uncannily the target resembled himself. The missile split the large voodoo doll's head in twain, and at that moment, Edwald's head did much the same. That's funny. Minsk, the ranger, gets that bow. Not that he's going to use it, but he gets it. This other longbow goes to me. Launcher of same type equipped. Well, not now. Because I don't want to use a short bow. I'd rather use a longbow, even though I'm not going to use a bow at all. Alright. So, what else is in here?
Helm, give me strength. Yeah.
There's an empty container over there. There's a bunch of money there.
What is it, Mr.
Person
Shelby, as you
over here.
wish?
Who is this? Ender Sai. That's right. Okay.
By
Hello,
hell.
'tis a fine day to die.
I'm not done looting. Let's pick everything up. Potion.
The flesh wound.
Oh, that was not good. That was trapped. I'm an idiot. Oh, and Ender Sai died. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Where's my most recent save? Right there.
By temple shield, by
Not gonna-
Valkur's
Dang
mighty
it. Okay,
blade.
we'll loot all this stuff as soon as we get done talking to Underside. That's unfortunate.
You're a queer
Gotta
fellow.
go through some of this all over again. Alright. Jeez, what a moron I was. I should have saved right before I did any of that stuff. I know better. I know better than that. That's the sad thing. Alright.
What is your command?
Let's do this all
if
over
Tempus
again.
wills it.
Oops. Alright. Oh, crud. Bandit scalps.
Record no less than done.
She's got a full inventory.
What you want? I've done had enough of this.
Alright, and these containers. Chat loot. Money loot. So I want to talk to Underside.
How
I
may
want
I
to get
be of
everyone out of
assistance?
the way of
It shall
this
be as you wish.
lightning bolt. So
What is it this time? It shall be as you wish.
now we're going to quick save. Alright.
Troubled times are upon us.
Is it time then? Is it time for what? Explain yourself. My execution, what do you think? You're not with him, are you? No, I'd smell his rancid breath on you if you were. You're right, we're not Tazok Slag. What's going on here? You're not. Well, this whole place is dirty to the core, that's what's going on. These aren't your ordinary bandits. They're part Black Talons and part Chill. Chill being a demi-human band, mostly hobgoblins, and led by that creepy smart one, Ardener Crush. There be others elsewhere, like the priest Molohay sent to poison the minds of Nashkel. Set himself up as a kobold god returned, and legions of the brainless barking fools believed him, ready to do his bidding till death do they part. Molahay's dead. He's working for Tazok. I understand. Question is, who's Tazok working for? That's the trick, see? Crush and Targaz Kozan, leader of the Black Talons, both think he's getting orders from the Zents, and Tazok doesn't do much to discourage that particular line of thinking. But the Black Talons and Chills are bandit groups, see? They ply the trade routes, avoid the cities, and that's where they go wrong. I'm from the gate, and I can tell you dead as leather that the Zentarum aren't behind this. How are you so sure? A desire for silence isn't the only reason I wear soft-soled boots. I wear them so I can tell whose toes I'm treading on. I didn't mess with no Zentarum. I picked my enemies and messed with one group and one group only, the Iron Throne. And right as rain, here I am as Tazok's personal prisoner. You do the math. Iron Throne, where do I find him? Tazok's been making regular visits to the Cloakwood, so that's where I'd start if I were you. There are some documents in that chest that might be worth taking a look at too. Now, go step on some toes, alright? And you can tell him Underside, say. Alrighty.
Yes? It shall be as you wish.
Now Underside is not dead, and I might be. I don't have anything like protection from electricity, I don't think. So I'm just gonna try to open this. Still zapped me.
Seeps out.
Alright. What? I don't have a lot of slots. Who has a lot of
Yep.
slots? Emma doesn't anymore because of the spell book. Give her the spell book. So she can put all this stuff in there. I want to give this blind spell to Dynahair. Her inventory's full. She can wear one of these cheap necklaces. There we go. Imoen. It's probably a good idea if Dynahair has those too. She's a little squishy. So Imoen has some slots. She should go pick this stuff up.
I care not. I've done had enough of this.
While we're here, you can heal the
How
heck
may I
out of
be
me.
of assistance?
You're a queer fellow.
And then we're gonna get the
I've done had enough of this.
main quest update. Oh, we didn't. We're just going to read these then. Tezak, I have noticed that your shipments of iron have slowed of late. It is imperative that we receive another ton of ore. Step up your raids and get a shipment to our base in the Cloakwood within the next week. We need to stockpile as much ore as possible before our ultimatum is given. Also, Saravak wants to know what has happened with the band of mercenaries. Have they been killed? You had better ensure that they have been, as Saravak will not take kindly to any other news. What does this copy note thing do? Note copied? To where? I don't know what that does. Tezak, I hope that everything moves along smoothly. I have written to give you instructions from our superiors. I have been told that a small band of mercenaries might cause the Iron Throne some trouble in the future. You are to ensure that they don't live to upset our operations. Obtain the services of the assassin Nimbul. He should serve you well. I don't know where I'm copying that note, but I can put the notes in the scroll case, which makes me really happy. Imoen Horror, level 2 spell. This is a great spell. I'm going to have her write it. These gloves, we identified their Legacy of the Masters. Gauntlets of Weapon Expertise. Legacy of the Masters, highly sought after among novice warriors. These items were once the property of the royal family of Threskel. Imparting a portion of the prince's legendary skill, these gauntlets grasp the bearer mastery over all forms of weapons. The majority of their many previous owners seem to have come to bloody ends, though. The gloves grant the ability of experience, but not the wisdom. Thaco +1, damage +2, not usable by a wizard slayer or a Kensai. This is, again, why I didn't make either one of those classes, especially Kensai Mage. People love Kensai Mages, but then you can't wear gauntlets like this. So if I do this, my Thaco's going to drop to 80, which is great. I give all the good stuff to my main character. Letter. I want all those letters to go in here, into the scroll case. So let's see some. So I have the scroll case now. And this letter. So back to inventory management for a minute. We've got this bow that needs to be identified again, since she doesn't have any. So things like that I gotta give to Imoen. Oh yeah, that whistling sword +2. I was gonna see about this. This is my Thaco. It's comparing it to my primary hand though. My base Thaco is 16. Main hand, Varscona +2. Base Thaco 16 for my other hand, because it's +1 longsword. Oh, and it's +3 versus undead. That's why I gotta hang on to that sword. Alright, there we are. There's a spear here that'll need to be identified at some point in time. So inventory management done.
Mullahay
here
and
we go.
Tezak have proven to be nothing more than puppets. The true master of this unfolding mystery continues to elude you. One thing is certain. Someone has taken a very personal interest in seeking your death. Though why, you are not sure. Your search for answers continues, and the foreboding Cloakwood Forest is your next target.
So we've got the hobgoblins and the gnolls there in the picture. But
What
yep,
is it this? It shall be as you wish.
we're done with this place.
It shall be as you wish.
So we're done with the bandit camp. We still have some of this map to clear. I don't know that there's actually anything on this map that's worthwhile. But
This group shows promise.
We're gonna find out.
Exceptional.
and so that is the end of this chapter, chapter 3 basically, of the story. The next part is the Cloakwood, and I think this opens it up on the world map. Oh no, yeah, right here. Cloakwood destination unreachable. We have to go over here. But the Cloakwood, it spans like 3 or 4 maps over in this area before you get to the super big bandit camp. And that ends up being the last of the big outdoor areas before you can start to make your way to Baldur's Gate. Of course, the game is called Baldur's Gate, and you eventually are going to end up in Baldur's Gate, but that's the last portion of the game. And me being the map clearing fool that I am, so there's nothing else on the high side of that. We're going to go down here and clear the fog of war off this area. And then rest and get some hit points and then move on. And so my goal at this point now is we want to go to clear off this whole entire right hand side. The Firewine Bridge is down here. Oldcaster is down here. There's a bunch of stuff down here that's worth getting a whole bunch of levels, or at least a whole bunch of experience, because what I really want to do is get Imoen her thief levels back before we go to the Cloakwood. And then we can come back to places like this and get all this stuff out of the containers. And
Good on you if you saved the day.
body is wanting to sneeze again. Sneezing is terrible. My apologies, people. So here we are. There is a really good thief in the Cloakwood. His name is Corin, and I've talked about him a number of times in the build up to this point in the game. He is a character I want to add to the group because he's a really great archer. He has +3 proficiency slots in longbows, and he has a +20 dex. And so he's just absolutely awesome. And so one small dilemma here is that there's nothing else on this map to clear. Is that it may be a better idea to head straight to the Cloakwood and get him and replace Ajantis in our group. And even now, just saying it, I'm thinking that's probably a really good idea. So before we do anything, we're going to return to the Friendly Arm Inn, because that's where we can sell a bunch of stuff. We have to walk all the way around.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
So I think this is the smart decision, because the party that I think I want is myself and Minsk as the 2 frontline melee fighters, Branduin for cleric, and then a row of 3 back fighters using ranged weapons with Imoen and Dynahair as spellcasters who'll be able to cast Fireball later, and Corin is my thief and archer. I just think Ajantis is kind of a redundant character because I have Minsk, and Minsk is the better fighter because he's got the superior strength. Ajantis brings a couple of nice tools to the table.
Helm,
In particular, I
give me
like that
strength.
he's got lay on hands, and I like that he's got this detect evil, which is just fun to mess around on, and he's got protection from evil. But
Yes?
because he doesn't have Minsk's strength, and because I only have
You
one
have but
pair
to
of
ask.
gauntlets of dexterity, you can see here Minsk has pretty cruddy dexterity, but with the gauntlets it gets set dex to 18, and that really improves his armor class. And same thing with Ajantis, his dex is 13. So, and as far as I know, there's only one pair of dex gauntlets in the entire game. So you're really set up to, I think having 3 frontline fighters is not ideal.
Oh, there, Wanderer.
Oh,
Stay thy
Elminster's
course a
back.
moment to indulge an old man.
Well met, young one. I trust that thou art well. I have heard many things about thee in the past few 10 days, and I am most impressed. And what have you heard? All good things, I hope. That would depend on whom thou would ask, now wouldn't it? For the most part, it would appear that thine actions are well-intentioned, and are therefore received as such. Much is as I would have done, though perhaps not using the same method. likely the clues also point there in the same direction I would go. I know where I should go, and I do not need your help. I am certain of where I must go, but perhaps I should confer with you just to be sure. And thou hast no doubt determined the clues seem to point toward the Cloakwood Forest. It is likely that the scoundrels behind the bandits have some sort of base within the wood. Of course, I am only telling thee these things that thou dost already know. Good luck on thy travels. Alright. Considering how long this video is, and we're here, I'm going to pause the game here and start the next episode. And I think we'll head to the Cloakwood. I haven't made my mind up about that yet. As you can tell, I'm still waffling. So, with that, that is the end of this episode, and I will see you all next time on Let's Play Baldur's Gate.